My name is Kenneth Bird. Our company is BlackSeriesEdition.com. We are right now in the process of getting ready to start. I want to get the product shipped out on November. Sorry about that. I want to get the product shipped out on November the 2nd. And that's why we're doing the batch numbers today, so we can test them ahead of time. Usually we do the batch numbers and then we ship them out a little later. But I think what I'm going to do is I want to get them shipped out on November the 2nd. So I'm going to do the batch numbers today. I'm just waiting to get rollers. Basically, I ordered everything I needed to get this done. I literally forgot to get rollers, paint rollers. So I just ordered some in. They should be in today at around 2 to 6 o'clock. We should have the batch numbers done. Right now, I am going to be getting ready to paint the final screen in here, which is the one behind me. I'm going to be converting that over to a let me convert that over to. We already have this one over here. I'm gonna convert it to a cinema black. Yeah, I'm gonna convert it to a cinema black because I already have one here. We already have a screen here that is a limited edition black. So I'm gonna convert that one over into a what's it called? A complete cinema. figure once I'm already assembled and established in the state, I get my capital where I need to get it to a certain status, I'm going to be taking care of some things very quickly. Once I get that taken care of, there's some things I want to pick up for the company that I want to start doing in a different way. I'm so happy we're getting things to that point bit by bit. So right now, what I'm doing over here is I'm actually taking out all the cables and wires, which I had a ton of them under my sofa. And so I can get ready to take this screen down, because this screen is going to be converted to a complete cinema. Because again, as I said before, the Crystal Edge Technology Screen Company, I got plans for that for something else. And our main company is going to be the Black Series edition. So that was the big announcement that we are going to be converting Crystal Edge. Now keep in mind, those who did violate that company and carried on and acted up, you still will be prosecuted. Or that company still is going to exist. So just because it's going to be converted over to something else, it's still Crystal Edge at the end of the day. It's just going to be used for a different purpose. But still, if you did violate that company, you will be prosecuted for it. So nothing's going to change about that. When people thinking that, because they're going to change the Crystal Edge to something else, that's going to get you off the hook, it's not. We're just using it for something else.
See. Yeah, all these are here. What the heck is this going to? This is a mess I gotta deal with. PS4 VR system is a freaking nightmare. Good gracious. Oh, this is another VR system. No matter what, that's always a complete nightmare.
I like the Sonys and all, but Sonys just have way too many freaking wires come off of them. It's just too much. It's a freaking nightmare on how many wires it comes off the Sony. I put in a request for an Index 2 VR system because I'm building my PC around it for gaming. Because man, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm trying to go completely wires free in the next place. I don't want to be around a lot of wires. I'm around wires 24/7 all the time. It drives me crazy. So I'm trying to be completely wires free. It's definitely going to the sound system over there. All that is not necessary. Going here, not a place for nothing. Here, eliminate all that mess. Or which we don't need, added there. Unnecessary nonsense from there. Alright. Alright people, just gotta get this out of the way because I need to get all this cleaned up, all this done, because this screen is coming out. So I can get ready to coat that with the new formula. Go. Done. Seriously? This is definitely going in the trash. We need to get any more. Like that. Alright, so all this is all section up and then nicely. Use this in here today. starting to get tangled up over here for some strange reasons. So yeah, we got the patch for that. So I need to pack that now. Get that ready. No. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. No, it's different. Let me see. This is controller for the PS4. Power cord. Definitely need this. You don't need this. Raise up the wire load. So this screen today is going to be converted to a complete cinema. We're going to take it outside, lay it down, coat it, bring it back in, hang it up, done. I said before, we're basically got to change printing plans for the Crystal Edge company. It's going to be converted to a drop shipment unit. So basically designed to large portions of the product, which we're going to be using for contracts, as in redevelopment for apartment complexes, stuff like that, where you can order large quantities, like 5 gallons, 10 gallons, 20 gallons of that product. It will still bear the name Crystal Edge. Company is just going to be changing to something else completely different on how we do business on that particular site. As I said before, I hate to bring this up, but for those you feel because the policies and things are going to be changing on that particular site is not going to be able to disrupt your way of life for basically violating that company, it will still stand. It'll still be Crystal Edge, just going to be basically for drop shipment and large amounts of basically orders. We're going to be doing 5 to 10 to 20 gallons on that site. So that site's already going to be contracted the minute we go in. All this stuff has been talked over, negotiated, before I even hit the state on how we're going to be doing things. The new company now will be the Black Series Edition. So the changeover for Crystal Edge won't take effect until the end of the year. Because we got things we have to do, things we got to change over, things that have to be completed. There's some stuff that has to be done before we can do that. I got made a few little contracts under that. Everything has to be changed over. Matter of fact, all the new contracts, yeah, they have to be changed over. because they can't get quantities of the other stuff. They can get it to a certain degree, but not on the level that we have it on the Crystal Ridge. So it's complicated. I can't talk about it, but that's what it is. All right, let me see. Where in the world did I put the let me break this. Wait, looking at the power cord for the kids. That's for the projector. So, that's the VR. This is your toy. Don't need these anymore. I don't put these in the dryer. There you go. Facebook. Go on. I can't find it anywhere. What do you get sauce? Connected to the unit. Found it. Dropped it in the core cable. Oh, there's one here. Oh, here it is. Core cable. Yeah, the trouble with stuff to my stuff. Just not gonna put that there. I need to see for work too. It should be in here for work. Here it is. This is the lightest I've ever seen this place. The wires, cables, speakers, all that stuff are all stripped out. Man, I was using this place for too much work. You can see that from the door. All right, let's see. This thing has two sets of LED lights running through it. That's interesting. Oh yeah, there's two sets of lights. One's for the back, one for the front. I'm definitely taking those. Those are them outdoor lights. These things are expensive. Definitely taking those. Those aren't your everyday strips. Those are special lights. That's why they're so bright. Taking those suckers with me, they were expensive. I use them for something else. I would put them under my sofa. So we're gonna leave these sofas here. They can have these. We don't want these. I'm taking my leather movie sofa and definitely taking that. And my chairs. I'm gonna go pick me up a giant sectional sofa. I'm gonna pick up. Burnout on here. Pretty cool.
Now, bro, look at the top.
Yeah, for people, boy.
Okay.
Beautiful nature scenery. Okay, relax.
Getting that for you.
So I'm curious. Gotta know this. I noticed that one of the options that I have in my PS4 selection also have black wallpaper on my gaming system. How does that work on a gray screen? In a fully lit environment, how do you pull that up? Because that's the black particles that I have for the PS4. Also, my gaming PC all has black wallpaper, like really dark black wallpaper. So how does that work on a gray screen? How would you even pull that up? How would you even utilize? You can't utilize that. You can never use it. It would never pull up. The screen's gray. There's no way in the world to pull that up. Can't use it in the fully lit environment. You have to use it directly to do that one. That would not work. I still can't understand how people game on white screens. I never could understand that one. Like I said before, the only time we run into gray screens online. Offline, we're not running into any gray screens. Offline, we're gonna run into all white screens. Every screen we're gonna bump into is gonna be a white screen. But I was just thinking about that. I was changing out my background. I'm thinking, how in the world would you pull up the black particle screensaver if your screen's gray? You can't see it. Watch, let me show you something. There's no way in the world you'd be able to see that. So how would you use it? Interesting because it's funny. All the research I've done, I've developed great screen paints in my time, and all the companies I look at that make this stuff, no one makes those accusations. Nobody, not one. Only two people make those weird accusations. That product does more than what it's supposed to do. Only two people do it. Nobody else does it. Sit there and say that all of them do it because they don't. I've checked. They all don't do it. Only two people make those weird accusations that their products are doing all these strange things, but no other person that makes a great screen paint is saying this. And they're known for this in different form sites. They have it in form sites making weird accusations that these great products do all these miracle things, and they don't do this. This is the problem. Don't want to start having a trend of people do this because it's very misleading to customers. At the end of the day, they think the great product is going to be able to do all the things that they claim it can do, and they get home and find out it doesn't. So that's something you shouldn't be doing. But there's only two people that do it. Everybody else, I've actually been to their sites, read through what they had over there. Even some stuff I brought over here for testing. And it does exactly what it says it's designed to do. They don't add anything to it. This is something basically simple. This is just a simple menu in the PS4, PS5 has that same menu also too. A lot of people who ask me, am I going to pick one up? No, heck no, I'm not picking up a PS5. I'm building a gaming PC. Much more advanced machine. I'm sorry, but it is. More powerful machine. So here we are in the basic menu. This is the basic menu for the PS4 showing the particle display that they have in multiple colors. Will the PS4 see this on a gray screen? Sorry, gray or white screen. Let me get my control, my adapter in here a little better. If you're gaming, the last thing you want is color fade, color washout. You don't want that crap. So again, as you can see, they can't register. So one's a white surface, one's a gray. White screens is usually what people start off with. And a gray screen is what they try to fix when it comes to the white screen. We're going to change out just a couple of our themes here real quick and see how it picks up and how it receives it. As for the black, it's not picking that up. Because I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm sitting there changing this out because I want to change out the theme to all black in the environment. And as I'm changing over, I'm like, man, you had a gray or white screen. You really couldn't pick that up. You wouldn't be able to see it. So let's go over to our themes right here. I want to select some colors. Let's go over here. Let's do the flow in red. That's my adapter. So there's the flow in red. It can't see it. Can't register it because it can't see color. This is what I've been telling y'all for the longest time. Now we're gonna be out there talking the same thing at my storefront, at my freaking display center, and talking about, hey, look, it doesn't pick up, and it doesn't. Because I'm sure it's gonna pop up somewhere in the conversation. Someone's gonna probably done this already, went to Home Depot or Lowe's and got some great product, made it, mixed it together, and thought they were really seeing contrast and color because it gave them a slight little bump up from a gray screen. You didn't get anything out of that. You got a slight little hiccup. That's it. Let's go select another theme. Let's go change it out to, we got a bunch of colors here. Let's change it out to blue. We got a light blue. We'll take this light blue over here. Change it out to that. I can't pick up on that either. Does a little better in the blue, but doesn't really pick up blue, and that's light blue. All right. Change out the theme again. Let's go with some yellow. Can't pick up yellow. Can't see it. This stuff is not even good for gaming. Can't pick up these basic colors. And what happens when these basic colors hit your gaming system? It's not going to show anything. Let's go right here. Change out the theme. Let's change the theme out to. This is why I see a lot of people in the dark with these screens. This is the main reason why we see them sitting in the dark, because the colors don't come up correctly. Light blue. Can't see it either. And if you're using a white screen, you're definitely not seeing jack. You're not picking up anything. Let's change out the theme again. We'll go through all the colors. I did light blue. Let's hit purple. Oh, it's not going to go well. Purple never usually goes well with these screens at all. There's purple. You got pink coming up? I think it is pink. Yep, there's pink. Didn't pick that up correctly either. Change our theme out. Last one. Let's go over to. What's this over here? What's the dust? I haven't even done any of these before. It's gray. Now that's pretty bad when a black screen can pull a better gray level than a screen that's actually gray. That's pretty embarrassing. But mind you, in order to pull gray, there's black and gray, there's contrast in gray. And if your screen doesn't receive contrast, you can't see gray. And just a little bit. There we go. Adjusting my keystone. These, I haven't even visited any of these things. It's not picking up on any of these. Definitely can't pick up on that black. Yeah, see? Told you. There's no real point for it, to tell you the truth. I mean, I don't know what you would use it for, honestly. I'm not trying to put anybody down to mix this stuff, but I don't know what you would use it for. They don't work on ultra short throw projectors. They don't work on low lumen projectors. They don't work on venue projectors. Can't see color, can't pick up contrast. They don't work for gaming systems. They don't work for the Fire Stick. Anything that involves any form of contrast or color, you can't use it on. Don't work. And the only people that when they show this stuff off and they say it works, they're sitting in dark environments. There is no way in the world. They're sitting in an environment like this with all this light. No, they have to be in a dark environment to try to get that to work. So that means they have no ambient rejection technology either. Doesn't have it either. But I just wanted to pinpoint on that real quick. But I just wanted to pinpoint on that real quick because I was over here changing out my theme. And I was thinking that if you got a gray or white screen, how would you be able to pick up the background theme on the gaming system if you can't register color? So how would that even work? You can't see it. It doesn't read. So I don't know how the heck you're playing any games that involve heavy contrast levels. Zombie games require heavy contrast level. Warhammer games like that, Batman, Call of Duty, all those games require heavy contrast levels. How in the world are you picking it up on a gray or white screen? You're not. You're not picking up anything. That's why your screen comes up washed. That's why the majority of people I see doing those demonstrations are sitting in the dark because the screen can't pick up. That's why. I'm gonna go back to my particles. I like them better. Now we've noticed we got people that are trying to back up. You can't back that up. It is what it is. They're trying to do the same demonstrations, still stuck in the dark, still same machine, still same nonsense. Can't back that up. That screen can't see a contrast level. That's all to it. Ain't no way around it. Just can't see it. It's old. Go back to my particles. There we go. Just gotta accept it. You're gonna have to redo your products all over again because I explained to you before that once we get out there and this stuff is circulating the way it does, we start pushing more of our offline community onto online and vice versa. People are not even gonna think about gray screens anymore. They're not gonna think about white screens anymore. They're not gonna want them. The only reason why they go near those screens is because they don't want to spend $3,000, $5,000 for an expensive screen. They don't want to spend the money for the gunmetals. That's why they go near. If you got a technology that costs less than the gunmetals, can do better than the gunmetals, guess who they're going to buy from? They're going to buy from us because they're not going to buy that stuff at the end of the day. It don't work. You can't even get particle beams to pop up. thing, we go out there, we need inside, outside, we need to basically show that our product is number one on anything. We're going to do something today called a contrast challenge. This is when we tell you that the gray screen, as I said before, is an obsolete product. I'm sorry, but it is. It's an obsolete product. It served its purpose when the white screen was the dominant screen. It did serve its purpose because I used to make it back in the day. I know what it was designed for. But can that screen see a contrast level? And the answer is no, it cannot see contrast. And contrast is embedded in everything that you watch. There's contrast. So we're going to post this onto our website. It's a challenge. If your screen can see a contrast level, you should be able to pick up outside, not inside. We're doing this outside. The reason why we're doing it outside is because that way we don't have to worry about people cheating, people blocking window light and all that other stuff, and pushing furniture against windows and all that stuff. You'll be outside. There'll be nothing to protect you out there. And the projector you'll be using will be 1,000 lumens. Can your screen see a contrast level at 1,000 lumens? Because a black screen, regardless, will see a contrast level no matter what projector you throw up there. It'll make that projector have over a 2 million to 1 contrast capability. Gray screens can't do that. With a gray screen, you have to buy a projector with a high contrast, which is going to cost you money. With our technology, you don't have to do that. Any projector you use will have that high contrast capability. So, we're going to have that challenge. I'm going to start building me a section on the website for that challenge. Matter of fact, we'll have the challenge displayed everywhere on the site. We'll set it up for today. As a matter of fact, where's my other projector? Let me get started on this now. I got one downstairs. Let me get on the website. The projector here. Oh, there we go. So here's our projector right here. We're going to do this today. I'm going to set up for this today. I need to just post it onto our site. Because we have a lot of people make a lot of fake accusations that these gray products can pull contrast levels, and they can't. They don't see it. They can't receive contrast. They can't receive color. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this challenge up on our website. We're not adding your names in it because your names don't belong up there. We're going to put up there the reason why black technology is far more superior. Matter of fact, we'll have gray, silver, and white. We'll do all three of them. Then gray, silver, white screens. This is going to be our challenge. So, for individuals been out there talking a lot of nonsense at the end of the day, false information to customers, to consumers, that product sitting there laying against my screen can pull a contrast level equal to that black technology, well, we're going to put it out there on our website. And we're going to put down post below. There's not really any rules at all. It's pretty simple. Got to be outside. Got to be roughly around. You could be up on top of the screen. You won't pick up. Doesn't make a difference what you choose. But 1,000 lumen projector outside. Screen size has to be over 100, about 100 inches and up. Because we don't want people doing little cardboard, little cutouts and all. We don't do that nonsense. My screen's 150 inch outside. I'll be expanding the entire screen as much as I can. It's a 4.3 projector. So I do expect to see you outside. anyone, not just one person, anyone who's making these false accusations that a gray screen can see a contrast level. We expect to see you out there. Also, white screens too, because I've had a few people actually tell me that one too, that their white screen pulls a contrast level. That I would love to see. Now, you choose not to participate in it, it doesn't make a difference, because that's something like, again, we will use to our advantage point. By saying, look, we put a challenge, it's right on my website right here. Put a challenge point challenging everybody to go out and do that demonstration. Nobody did it. This is what makes our product more superior. And that will increase our sales even higher. So, that'll be set up for the day. Make sure I got cords and cables. Oh yeah, I forgot the fire stick over here. We're running the PS4 through here. Oh, let me get in here too, because we got labels we're printing out. And this would be nice for the website. I might put a list of our challenges down, because we have quite a lot of challenges that we put up there. 1100 women challenge was never met. I think we're going to do it. We're going to put our challenge page up. We've done about 13, 14 challenges. Put them out there, not just for screen paints, for certified companies too, also, for everybody. No one's beat one of them yet. Let me see where we're going to put this at. Put a new folder in to make it much easier. I can keep these track on the folder. So we're printing all batch numbers to containers. That is one of the temporary labels for right now. The real labels will be available shortly. They're still going through copyright procedures. Yeah, we need those challenges. I think we're going to do 4 or 5 challenges. I'm going to stack this one. I'm gonna make a challenge page, because that'd be great, because we can direct companies when people say, well, what about some, these are, yeah, we're definitely gonna put that there. Anyone who sent us email letters, Diamond, you sent us letters, right? You're putting your documents up on our site. We want people to know at the end of the day that, yeah, we did come across you. We did bump heads with you. We want that on our site. I'm gonna document it. That's why I said in the long run, it's best to ignore us. Don't acknowledge us, you know. And you acknowledge this, so I guess this is gonna cost you. Because again, every time we come across somebody who says, "Oh, have you tested Black Diamond?" Yeah, we've tested Black Diamond. Back in 2016, we tested our products against you, and you already know the outcome of that one. So, if you found that interesting in our technology in 2016, what do you think this stuff does behind me right now? It's far, far more advanced than the 2016. So, we always show them those documents. You know, we get your sales. But sooner or later, we're going to actually be eye to eye with you real soon. So don't worry, we'll be there shortly. I've had 14 inquiries from the postman who came in and saw those screens like that. Went back and told a bunch of people about these black screens in the house. Got this guy over here up here on Lawrence Street who has these black screens in his home, black projection screens. Same reaction. I know the reaction they got. The same reaction I got when I heard about Black Diamond. I had never even heard of a black screen a day in my life. Like, what the freak? Black screen? How the freak is that even possible? Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling because I went through it when I saw Black Diamond's technology. That curiosity. That's what we like. We like to spark that curiosity. I know that feeling because I went through that feeling.
not going to take what I want. Give me a cancel on this real quick. Let's go to,
That's not, just understand. The reason why this demonstration is going to be done outside, we got a black series screen outside, which has been through countless amount of rainstorms, and it did quite well. It did extremely well. And then we have another surface in the refrigerator that's frozen. It's still in there. But the reason why this is being done is because, again, you have some individuals that are being truthful about great products. Thank you so much for that. That are telling the truth about the black levels. But then you have other individuals that are faking these demonstrations by faking the environment, using overpowering contrast level projectors to try to produce darker images, you know, splashing lights behind the back of screens to give it the illusion that the area is well lit when it's very poorly dark environment. And just, you're not doing things right by the end of the day. So we're going to be posting that up there. The reason why we do them outside, because there's nowhere to hide. Because usually we bring them inside to the demonstration as bright as we had the downstairs. There's still going to be windows being blocked. There's going to be objects, I think objects shoved in front of windows, stuff like that. Anything they can do to try to darken the environment as much as possible to try to maintain the contrast level. Outside, you don't have that option. Your screen is out in the open. There's no way to get around it at all, period. We can do this at 250 with no problem. We can easily do it at 1,000 lumens at 100, at 150 with no problem. That's easier. Screens are designed to do that. But you gotta stop misleading people like this. If I came out there and I said, hey, look, our black technology pulls a white level equal to a white screen, that would be a complete lie. That's not virtually impossible. It can be done, but we don't have that technology at the moment. But to say that now and say, oh, no, that's a lie. That's impossible. Our screen shows a slight little off when it comes to a white level. Any darker product does it. Gray screens do it. Anything that's not 100% white, it's going to be slightly darker than a white screen. If anyone ever comes up there and tells you that, no, I have a gray screen, no, that's a lie. I can cover that surface over with a white surface, lay the gray screens up there. You'll see every last one of them turn dark gray next to a white screen. So that's a complete lie. Silver screens are the only ones that have the ability to maintain almost close to a white screen because they generate a ton of white light. But other than that, no, that's a complete lie. So to cut down on that nonsense and to expose these individuals that are making these false lies, the best way to do it is to take it outside. We'll put a challenge underneath of it, do it on 1,000 lumens, bring it back, hit the screen, and then we'll post it to our website as contrast challenge. Can a gray, white, or silver screen receive contrast levels? Because this is the accusation that I'm getting a lot, not a lot, but by two individuals that are making these false claims that are not true. And if they can do this, then they would have no problem taking their great product, taking outside of 100 inches or higher, 1,000 projector, and producing a contrast level of a star field. Now, mind you, you're not going to be out there alone. You're going to have to be out there with, well, on our end, we can do a contrast level. That's easy. Our screens are black. So that tells you right there, that's easy. We can pass that with no problem. We'll do the opposite. We'll do a white screen. I've done this so many times, it's not even funny. So I can take a white screen, I'll take them, because it'd be boring if we did it alone. So, you know, if we add this in here, it makes it harder for them. And if I'm going to be outside with a black screen, 1,000 lumen projector, producing a white level, and I'm going to be out there with a white sheet of paper and several light gray screen products, then it's only fair that when they do their demonstrations, oh, we got to have black screen up there too on top of that. We need a black screen too on top of that. See what I mean? I love the challenge. If I do this, I'm going to make it too complicated for them. The minute we drop a black paint against our screen, like Dynasty, any one of those, to show the difference, that means they would have to do the opposite. They would have to drop Network Gray, Bear. They're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. And fear that they're going to match one of those paints and it's going to cause them a lot of problems. So they can't go down that road. So we have to lighten up the challenge because it's going to be too much for them. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. You know what's going to happen. If we pick Bear or we take Bear or Network Gray or Slip Silver and we stick it up there, they're not going to do that demonstration. They got to stay away from that because what's going to happen is their product could match or already has a match. So they can't do that. So I, on the other hand, I'm going to do it anyway for us, for fun. We're going to do it. Well, we did it already. We have it on the website. We did a black versus black outside on 1,000 lumens. Oh, good gracious, we did way too many demonstrations. All right, we'll keep the challenge simple. We don't make it too complicated. We want to add black. We're going to add black paint because I said it already. I want to do it, but then now if I do it, then they're going to have to do it. They're going to put gray paint against there to see the difference, and they can't pass that. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about from the door when I explained that you're not in our category. If I do that demonstration simple and I say, okay, you have to be to show a contrast level, but you need a compare screen out there to compare it to so people can see that they're actually seeing the difference between your product and something else. So you're going to have to put black paint out there. Paint a piece of black paint, doesn't make a difference. Black will always pull contrast regardless. Only problem with black, it just can't receive white levels, that's it. But it will be received a somewhat acceptable contrast level that can pick up. It just can't pick up the white levels, that's all. So you can use black paint. Take some black paint, paint it on a piece of cardboard, stick it out there next to your screen. See how close you come to the cardboard. Outside on 1,000 lumens. That's it. Because I had to think about that. If I make this thing too complicated, they will not be able to do it. I'll sit there and say, oh yeah, we're going to do a silver, whites, and gray screen, and we're going to do a black screen, black paint out there. They're going to have to do a silver, gray, and they're going to have to do gray paint, which you're not going to be able to pass because they're going to match it. I know they're going to match it. I can tell they're going to match it. I don't say things about certain stuff, but they're definitely going to match it. Definitely going to match it. That's going to be a problem. You don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Can we get to that's a 16.9 setting? What's this one? Ooh, no. We don't have any 235s. So we want this one. No, that definitely is not gonna work. That's not gonna work. 4.3. So that would be a better one for the 16.9. Can we do our own? Right, we do a custom. Alright, so over here is, man, there's so much stuff, man, on labels. They have no idea. We're customizing the label. So I need it to be thin so it fits around the container because it's way too wide. So coming in here and doing the customization for the labels. But yeah, that thing right there, yeah, we have to be, because they want me to complete it. They want me to do it. But we're doing my side because again, as I said before, there's no way from the hide from anything. You can't basically have open doors and windows and all that, not fake nonsense. No, you're going to be outside. You're going to be outside. So we'll have to put a few things in because outside, even they try to cheat. Your screens definitely have to lay flat out in the open. So no laying against any walls or any roofs. Because it's a shame we got to put it out there because they'll figure out ways to try to cheat and get around it. Go, look, I did it. No. You have to be out in the open, which means one of them has If it's an apartment complex or he has a driveway, we'll stick that screen right in the center of that driveway, right out in the open. I don't want no windows or doors or walls or nothing behind it, be out in the open. My 150-inch screen lays against the side of a deck. There's nothing covering. It's out in the open. So that's how your screen would have to be, and you have to produce that contrast level. I'll figure out what time of the day we'll be out. Could give me a chance to get some pictures and some other stuff on the 1,000 limits to post onto the website while I'm out there. If I had put this down there, I would have been able to thin this out nicely. So I'm going to save this right here and see what we get off of this copy right here. So where did they put my copy at? Honestly, I'm curious where this just went to. They have an option here to save as. Alright, so this is the original one. Let me see. That's the original one. So, where's the? I want to come back to this just in case if we can go in and change this out. If I can move this over here. Bring it up just a little bit higher up. And bring this up a little higher up. And that way I can thin the label out a little bit. Alright, that looks good. Make that apply there. Now, this was the first one. I'll show you real quick. Oh, charge is dying on my phone. Hold on a minute. Put you guys on a quick charge. Bring in here. See what we just did here. This came out much, much better. Much better. Yeah, that editing equipment is nice. Let me see. Cord for my charge. My containers here are a little bit, they're wide containers. So they're a little bit shorter than the average 32. So this is the one, we printed out the first one. See how wide that is? That would have had some problem hitting the container. If this hitting the container, this would have been a little bit off. It wouldn't have hit. I want a little bit of the container here and here to show. That just wouldn't have worked too well. That's too wide. This one, on the other hand, this is one we're able to thin out, to customize and thin out. This will fit perfectly to the container, nicely. So the difference between the two, there you go. So these right here are just the temporary labels. Right now, the other ones, we can't actually show them off yet. Paperwork is just about almost done with them, and we'll be ready to put those on. And those will bear the C for the copyrighted logo. All right, well, now I know we got some people, we always got those people at the end of the day that think that, no, these are not the labels. They're not going to look like this. They're going to be completely different. All the stuff that we were putting out was just for the time being, so we can actually give some kind of face to the technology. Because we have people out there that would try to copy labels, say they have the product. Yeah, you're going to have that batch number right in there, and that batch number is going to have to match the video and all that stuff like that. And again, it's kind of hard to get around batch numbers. It's extremely hard because, again, it's a time-stamped demonstration. They're done live, and if the product is showing that it's working perfectly fine in the batch number out of a 5-gallon container, and everybody else is working perfectly fine, and yours comes up looking weird, we know you tampered with it. So again, the policy that we're putting under the batch number on the website, that if you are accused or caught of tampering with the batch number, you will be taken to small claims court, and we will file a lawsuit, civil lawsuit against you for the amount of $10,000. Now, it would be different if I said, okay, we don't have any batch numbers, nothing, never tested the product out before we shipped it to you, and you go in and you go, well, I got the product, and it did this, that, and the other. We don't have any proof that it didn't do this, that, and the other, because there's no recording of the item being tested before we shipped out. So that's virtually impossible to stand behind. So with those batch numbers there, that protects their company, and that's a 100% guarantee to the customers that their product has been tested before it was shipped out to them. Now, you have to explain to a judge how out of a 5-gallon container, or a 10-gallon container, or a 20,000 container, on how in the world that all the other products, when we tested that batch out, came out perfectly fine, with no problem, but yours is the only one out of that entire unit came out looking like that. That is going to be extremely hard to prove in court. Because keep in mind how it works in the real life. If one's bad, then all of it would come up bad. It would react the same way in your video as you show it dark or not working. It would show up the same way in the video. And if you try to use that whole camera thing in court, that's not going to work. That's called hearsay in court. Doesn't work. Unless you got proof. You can show 100% proof that that does exactly what it's supposed to do, as you say it does, then that's the only way you can back it up. Other than that, it's called hearsay. And since our products will be on display for all to see, well, that's going to be kind of hard to say our products come up that dark and people can walk into a showroom and see the screen. Just like the postal worker came in here and saw the screen, he didn't say, oh, it's too dark, I can't see the screen. No. He saw the screen crystal clear. Worked perfectly fine. Those are just individuals that felt the need to try to tarnish my company or try to damage my company by spreading false rumors. And this is why in the end it's going to cost them a lot of money and maybe some jail time. So that's why I explained that when I'm transferring over, don't think I forgot about you, because I have not forgot about you. I will be coming for you soon. Just shouldn't be doing dumb stuff at the end of the day. That's all to it. I don't mind if somebody's reviewing our product, and if they say, hey, it's not for me, I don't like the way it looks, it's not for me, that's your personal opinion, it's freedom of speech. But if you want to deliberately taint my product and make it darker than what it is, especially when it doesn't match none of our videos and our demonstrations, try to say that's our product, we're going to have problems. You violate that batch number, and we can see you violate that batch number, I will bring you to a small claims court, and the company will sue you for $10,000, which you actually donate to charity. Now keep in mind, I will not be addressing you when this happens. When these incidents do occur, I will not be talking to you. I'll be nowhere around. That'll be my attorneys that will be contacting you. I will not be contacting you. I will not be talking to you. I will not be addressing you in any way whatsoever. That will be an attorney from our company that will be contacting you about that situation. But I won't have anything to do with that. That's their job. They're getting paid for it. I should have ordered that. I don't know why I ordered that. Should have ordered it. It would have been much easier. Ordered the next time around. Oh shit, I'm saying on particle beans with that one. That's something else. I gotta put that policy in the day. I already talked to my attorney friend, and he showed me just basically simply what I just said. I can really just put that in there because that's what's going to happen either way. You know what? I'm going to check out my Guilty Gear. What do I got to get into that game? Oh, don't even monsters. Don't even fantastic too, because once we get our, we're actually thinking about getting a store too. So once we get our store established, well, these are going to be to sell 100 of with no problem in the store. So, because that'd be more exposure for the company, but that is going to make that version of that technology extremely rare because, again, I said we only make 100 of those per month, and if 100 of those sell in a day or so, then we have to pull the shopping cart just for the month because we only make 100 a month for that particular technology. But this right here, hopefully it changes the way people see projectors versus TVs. Because every time I tell someone that you don't have to be stuck in a dark environment, doesn't require expensive projectors or none of that nonsense, and that the screens are 100% black, that's what draws the attention. Besides, with the projector off, black screens look a heck of a lot better than a gray screen any day. With them on, they still look better than a gray screen. Who wants a big old gray piece of like sheetrock sitting on your wall when you have a black slick screen? Alright, so those of you who place orders, thank you so much. We appreciate the support. Welcome to the future. Now we know we got those of you at the end of the day that are salty and upset and that are looking forward to trying to taint the product's name by doing false reviews against it. Remember, batch number. And remember, we'll bring you to court for $10,000 and you will pay Mr. Bird. You'll pay me a lot of money. Well, it's 10 grand. You should be able to pay that with no problem. So you will be going to a small claims court and you'll try to prove to a judge how that batch number, how that product came out looking like that in your video. If you calling me a scam, oh, you call me a scammer and some other nonsense, I'm not taking you to small claims court. I'm taking you to regular court. I'm gonna sue you for $150,000 because that's slandered. I gotta sue you for that. But if you do something where you basically do a video, you don't call me a scammer, whatever, so and so and so, yeah, we'll sue you for 10 grand. If you decide to go outside that and call me a scammer, a liar, and a cheat and all that stuff, I'm taking you to court. I'm gonna clean your clock. I'm definitely going to sue you on that one. That's where it's going to get brutal. So that definitely is going to happen. But you got people out there that are so upset, so threatened by my products that they're willing to basically get themselves in that kind of trouble at the end of the day. Some of you already have that reputation of doing that stuff. So again, people who support your shenanigans don't buy from us, and neither do we care what they think. Cutting up my labels right now. These labels came out nice, but I want to get the other ones instead. Get that. I want to wait till I get the paper for the other ones. Love this game. Reminds me of the old games back in the day. And for those who respect our products, thank you for your support. We appreciate it. Don't forget to equip everyone on the team with assignments. Really? You gotta go through all that? I'm on the church, man. You're doing too much. I just want to go and destroy stuff. Same freaking Voltron. go to here. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Amazing, PT. That one here. Oh, some bars in front of me, some bars right there.
Wow, really? All that? It's crazy. Wow, this is in here, seriously? Love them. So that's just for the time being. Once we get our official seal back, we're going to have the graphic designer come in and she's going to basically jazz it up a bit. And then after that, we're going to have them designed so we can slip them over the containers, hit them with the heat gun, and they'll shrink to the containers. A lot easier, a lot faster, a lot quicker. I think I'm gonna hire my nieces and nephews to come in and do that for me, put them in one by one. A couple of them for showcase, and then we'll get a machine to do the rest of them. If they have a machine that does it. If not, we just have to do it the other way. I gotta get my skill level up on Guilty Gear. I am really hard. What's it so sound so hot out in here? There we go. Let's see, what are we doing here? I didn't get a chance to even get into that. I'm gonna look at the demo on this thing. How you playing out on the gray screen?
Scenes take violence and timing. I can do both.
Don't know how y'all doing on gray and white screen. That screen is all contrast.
We need an army. Right, yeah, there's an army. No one fights alone.
Available now.
I'm picking that up today. I don't know how you do it on a gray screen. Gray screen can't even register that. Well, we have to have a look at that one. We have to have a lookie. Have to have a lookie. I want to see how this looks. Yeah, demo. Gray screen. How would that even look? Need to see that. I definitely know that's going to be done in the dark. There's no way in the world of doing that in a fully lit environment. That screen would wash out so badly it's not even funny. That's why I said some people depend really on their projectors to fix the problem. Your projector can't fix that problem. That's a screen issue. There's no way in the world your projector's going to fix that problem. That is strictly a screen issue. You should have a knockoff projector. Told you. Can't see the contrast.
Scenes take violence and timing. I can do both.
We need an army.
Right, yeah, there's an army. No one fights alone.
Available now.
Can't play Call of Duty on a gray and white screen because you need contrast. These games are all strictly contrast levels. There's no way in the world you're picking it up. It's screen can't register. I'm gonna do that one more time. I'm buying this game today. That is pretty bad.
Scenes take violence and timing. I can do both.
We need an army.
Right, get us an army. No one fights alone.
Available now.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all doing that. That doesn't even pick up or register. Anybody who plays Call of Duty knows at the end of the day, you play any kind of Call of Duty, I don't care. You know, Call of Duty has a lot of freaking night missions in it, a lot of black contrast in it. You're not picking it up on a gray screen or white screen. Can't register it. That's why gaming fusions are dark or black, almost like they're kind of a blackish screen. Because they're designed to pick up a heavy contrast level, which is a must requirement in gaming. Any gamer knows at the end of the day that you have to have an extremely high contrast level for gaming. That's why if you look at gaming monitors, they're not gray, they're black. So you're in the container. There's your batch number right there. Ultra Shorto compatible. If you want to see any of the test demonstrations on the product, you can go strictly to the website. And on the website, you will get all the information on it, like test demonstrations, anything you can possibly think of. The website is overflowed with tons of information, including new technology we're working on too on top of that. So yeah, this product had, all these products are all tested. And I'm saying, even when you place your order, you can go into the shopping cart, especially the limited edition has a ton of videos on underneath that technology, which we're using right now. you'll be going to hitting the links and be able to see any demonstrations you want to see. Most people ask the lumen count because it's a black screen. It will run on a projector of 1,000 lumens easily. We have a page dedicated for those demonstrations, and also too, on the website, when you go in and click in the shopping cart, there is a link so you can watch it in 1,000 lumens on the same screen that you're about to purchase. Like I said, compared to everybody else, I'm not talking about just a few, compared to anybody else, our website has the most information on our screen paint products than anyone else. More video demonstrations, more picture demonstrations, more test demonstrations than anyone else. Oh, shoot. I mean, a background. Yeah, I need to get a freaking design background. Oh, use this stand for that. I need a background area. Peachy.
What are you doing?
You know what? I can use extension cord for my cord there. In this direction right now. The lighting here is fantastic, which I can use to my vantage point right here. sticks. Next time, no black sofas. Last time we can't find jack on a black sofa. I wish I had my pictures. I don't have any of my clamps. None of my clamps. Cut them all off. If it'll work, if it's heavy enough to work. I don't know. I need some more weight to it. Outside, I threw some lights that could use. There's the lights in the trash I gotta use for work. Ha! Look at you, Frankie Avalon. Oh, dangerous spiky teeth. Fight me like a man. Because I've been using these for work. Just need them a little bit. I'm gonna get myself some scissors. already in mischief already. I just saw you go behind there. Already getting yourself in trouble. Stay away from that. That's no concern of yours. Already getting some kind of little mischief. Already. You're quite out of trouble. That's impossible. Okay. Turn this light bulb to work for me. Let me get out of this. Well, you buy a lot of light bulbs because lit lights you can hear all the time. It's kind of weird. White one looks like that. Find one that works. Hopefully you find one. If not, I'm gonna have to order. I don't like the way that one's looking. Jesus, how look at that. These are decking buds. I have one upstairs in the hallway. I can't find one. I'll track one now. I think we got one in the hallway. Good. Next one. That one's good. I want to have a whole thing full of light bulbs that don't work. Alright, now worst comes to worst, I'll grab one upstairs out the ceiling. One of these. This one's dead. That needs to be all in the trash. Alright, let me grab one from the hallway upstairs because I use that because of the LED lights. That one should definitely.
That's not working. All the lights are running. Got to plug it in. Gee whiz Louise. Yeah, that definitely would have helped. Oh. That definitely, then these would have all worked. So how many of these are working? So I really would like to use this one instead. Back in my hallway.
This is why I can't wait for you to have your own freaking room. Big enough room. Only problem, his room is not big enough to contain all his toys, but the next one will be. Thank goodness. So I don't want it too bright. I want me up on the zoom anyway. Enough light. Let's see if there's no shadow in there. Take this off. Do I need that one? I like that shot. It's not too dark and it's not too bright. And you can see it perfectly with no problem. Yeah, I like that better. There's too much light on the other side. So you gotta take everything extremely seriously when it comes to my company, my business. Moving down and taking the pictures correctly. Next time I'm going to get a photo set up. Yeah, that would be better right there. I like that better. Much more light down both sides. That looks really nice. Alright, well, this is where I'm going to end the video because I have to take pictures for the website and demonstrations because again, there's no point in talking about a product if you can't even show the containers of what they look like. Those are just temporary for right now. We're still waiting for our paperwork to come back for our copyrights. Once all that's done, we'll show the official logo, which is, you know what I mean, like I said, these are just the time being logos. And then we'll, those copyright logos and designs are going to be incorporated into handbags, pens, calendars, coffee mugs, you name it. We're going to have it all printed with our logos all over it. I'm even getting myself 2 customized paint rollers with some LED lights on them, something pretty cool. All customized design, so when I do paint on demonstrations for companies and stuff like that, or if I'm going to be there, or if someone else is going to be there, I can actually have something on style. Or all the people working with me will have those special rollers, and we'll have our own uniforms and all that stuff. So we have some jerseys, hoodies, hats, stuff like that coming out with those logos on those. At the end of the day, I'm getting a hockey jersey custom design. I cannot wait. So, okay, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the demonstration of what we're getting ready to get set up for our next level, our next stage. We thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us to get to this point. Yeah, long road, 4 years of work. 4 years of work in this house. This house has been an amazing blessing because we've been able to come here and just build and design a lot of stuff while we're here. And also to get a ton of education and knowledge while I've been here. So the next level is going to be advertising and showing off the technology, and we're just trying to do getting that exposure for it. Well, with that being said, good great, I just thought about that. That guy took 11 years to develop a screen, but yeah, it took us almost about nearly that time to basically get an engineer. Yeah, so I kind of see where he's getting at on that one. Yeah. Interesting. Kind of get a chance to reflect back. It does take a lot, just to get the screen developed takes a lot more than that. It's just basically the constant testing and advertising, and you're going to have to back up everything that screen does, because you're going to have a ton of tests underneath of it if you're going to put it out in that field. And that takes a lot of years of testing. It takes a lot of years of testing, a lot of years of work in order to get to that point. Can't do it overnight. You got a lot of people out there trying to do quick, fast results, and it just comes out poorly in the end. But I'm happy we got to this point. God bless us to get to this point. But thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the support. I am going to get my pictures taken, get ready to get set up, and get everything on the website done. All right, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless. That's a lot of freaking work. Yeah, it's a lot of work.